Title: My girlfriend texted, "I'll be staying at Jake's tonight, don't wait up." I replied, "Thanks for letting me know." Then I packed her entire wardrobe in boxes and left them at Jake's door. Her 3 a.m. panic call confirmed she'd made her choice. Start: I saw the text just after 9. "I'll be staying at Jake's tonight, don't wait up." My thumb hovered over the screen. I typed, deliberately calm, "Thanks for letting me know." I didn't pause to feel. I didn't cry. I started packing. Her closet was an archive of us. Sweaters she wore the night I stayed up with her when she had the flu. Dresses she bought after my approval because I liked knowing I influenced her taste. Every shoe, every scarf, each framed photograph hidden in a drawer. Carefully, methodically, I boxed them. I could feel her absence in the air, but I felt no grief, only calculation. Betrayal is precise, and precision is a skill I've mastered. We'd been together 3 years. It wasn't perfect. There were fights, small lies, secrets tucked in the corners of our routines. But I'd thought love was a shield. I thought trust could outlast impatience and desire. I was wrong. The first inkling came months ago. A lingering scent on her jacket. An unfamiliar laugh in a text message she tried to hide. I noticed everything. The angles, the pauses, the contradictions. I never confronted her. That would have been chaos. I needed clarity, and then opportunity. Then came the accidental confirmation. I was fixing her laptop when I found it, a thread of messages between her and Jake, intimate and raw. Every carefully constructed lie in our relationship unraveled in seconds. My chest didn't tighten, my hands didn't shake. They were instruments of a plan forming, and my mind began assembling it like clockwork. I studied her routine. I memorized her rhythms. I traced Jake's, Instagram check-ins, weekend habits, his predictable ego-driven lapses. I didn't tell anyone, not a friend, not family. This was mine alone. Revenge is an art, and art is silent. The boxes took 3 hours. I labeled them neatly: winter collection, summer wardrobe, accessories. Every piece of her life packed into a cardboard testament. Then I drove to Jake's. The street was quiet. Streetlights cast long gold reflections on wet asphalt. I left the boxes on his doorstep, stacked deliberately so they blocked the entrance. I didn't ring the bell. I didn't wait. I drove home. I texted her once more, hours later. "Everything you need is at Jake's." It was 3 a.m. when she called. Her voice was frantic, high-pitched, edged with panic. What did you do?" she stammered. I listened, calm, patient. The power had shifted. She had made her choice. Her voice trembled as I asked, softly, "Did you really think I wouldn't notice?" The sound of her breathing, shallow and frantic, filled the room. I didn't pity her. Not now. I allowed a quiet, almost imperceptible smile. It wasn't humiliation that mattered. It was revelation. She saw consequences. She saw the cost of deceit. Jake would manage the cleanup, but that wasn't my concern. I'd ensured the stakes were personal, immediate, undeniable. The morning brought silence. No calls, no messages. The apartment felt empty, echoing in relief. I didn't gloat. I didn't brag. Satisfaction isn't noisy. It's the quiet understanding that justice, however unconventional, has been served. I reflected on the 3 years we had. I remembered moments of tenderness, rainy nights on the balcony, quiet dinners, her head resting on my shoulder while the world faded away. Those memories were mine, untouched by her betrayal. But they were no longer anchors. They were lessons. I learned what love demands and what it tolerates. I learned what silence can achieve. I didn't watch her stumble. I didn't send follow-ups. I let the consequences speak. The chaos was hers to live through. The betrayal had been met meticulously, strategically. My role was complete. In the aftermath, I reorganized her absence like I had everything else in my life. Precise, deliberate, unemotional. It wasn't cruelty. It wasn't madness. It was justice. The kind that whispers rather than shouts. That lands when the moment is perfect. When the weight is felt fully. I poured a coffee, sat by the window, and watched the city stir. People walked, unaware of the small dramas unfolding behind closed doors. I smiled slightly, not for pride, but for clarity. I was free. I had acted, and the world had aligned with my design. Betrayal leaves a mark, but it also leaves an opportunity to reclaim power, to reclaim dignity, to reclaim self-respect. I had done that, and the calm in my chest was proof. Her choice was made, clear as the boxes at Jake's door. Mine was made long before she ever considered leaving. I whispered to the empty room, "Let this be a lesson in observation, in patience, in inevitability." And then I moved on, quietly, irrevocably, leaving her and the consequences behind.